Yo, yo. How's it going? How's it going? Until people start filtering in, I'm just listening to the chat with Ricky Analog over on Twitter. But once people get in here, I will chit chat with you guys. Alrighty. First thing I will mention is Investors Underground is having a Black Friday sale. The guys over the team on the back end of IU had sent me the link ahead of time, so I threw it up on my Twitter. Might be able to post it here. Let me see. Because it's coming out, what did we say here? Let me see. Black Friday deals going live tomorrow. So I've got the link here. Let me pull it up on YouTube. I think that should be the Twitter post. It should be. And that will take you to my tweet that has the early release of the Black Friday deals. It's the only room I've ever recommended really publicly. I've tried a bunch, and this is the main one that I stick around with. That's where I trade. I post my watch lists, live commentary, and I think some of the best traders around in there. So if you're interested, you basically, like with something like the annual, you pay the annual fee, and then you get all the courses for free, all the video courses. Nate's 2 courses, tandem and textbook trading. You get Michelle's swing trading, and then you get Gritani's trading tickers 1 and 2, and all that comes free. And then you get the watch lists and chat room access and all that stuff. So good stuff. And then on Friday midday, we did a, where the heck is it? Friday midday, we did a live stream, and I hopped on just reviewing Master for the most part, the MicroStrategies trade. And then we also just chatted kind of about the week and other trading concepts. So I can throw that in here as well. I joined there maybe half hour or so in if you wanted to skip ahead and listen to the nonsense I was spewing. But in terms of watches tomorrow, I guess an update from Friday. I had sold my Frey long. I was looking for this breakout to get going, and it just kind of chopped around, very illiquid, no real volume came in, so I just sold it. And then Frey is continuing to chop around, still holding the 240s, but we'll see what that one does. DXYZ trading like a honey badger that doesn't give a crap, and continuing on highs. BTCT, BTCS. DAS, I messaged them because their, what is it? The Thursday data, I believe, is missing on a bunch of names. Like something like RCAT. It goes the 22nd to the 20th. And then same thing with Master. Goes the 22nd to the 20th. So I messaged them and they said they're going to fix it tomorrow by market open. So if some of my charts look a bit off, I could pull up. Let me see. I can pull up this one. And that should do. We got the ticker. And I do like the look of the stock charts. So we have Qubit breaking out there on Friday. And then a bunch of other quantum names, like QBTS looks the most extended small cap wise, going from the mid ones up to 3. So we got the 100% move there. We had QMCO. There we go. Quantum. All these quantum sympathies. This one going 3 to 11 almost. And then we've got RCAT, this daily, really starting to speed up. Someone had mentioned it here on the live stream back here, looking for it to extend, and I said I wasn't interested in it until we got some sort of parabolic action for a first red day. So now it's been 1, 2, 3, 4 days straight up, hasn't gone red, and volume really starting to come in. The 4 EMA here in the 720s, RSI up tapping 90. So these are overbought conditions here. Not saying it has to happen tomorrow, but I am definitely interested. If it acts like I expect, then I will be looking to get short on something like that. Ideally, a gap up, parabolic, something like Master, where we got that big gap day. That was 1, 2, 3, and then gap up, blowout volume, where you get the big gap up, failed follow through off the open, VWAP stays heavy and can join that trend. So ideally something like that on RCAT. And even something like QBTS, I'd be more interested in shorting given how extended this one is. But I would use Qubit as the vehicle. Like I would use QBTS as the vehicle, and Qubit as like the indicator, the head of the snake on how to trade something like that. So Luke Dawson, where's the Santa hat? It's not even December yet. Q, what's good? Tomorrow, TradingView Black Friday sale. I refuse to switch over to TradingView. I'm sticky with platforms. I got used to DAS, so I don't want to tinker with anything else. Yeah, XCur is also going, but that's kind of on its secondary leg now. Like it already had that rest day that I shorted here for its first red day. So now I'd see the extension here through, what is that, like 14, 15, something like that. Yeah, 15-ish. Is where I kind of see the extension. So yes, it's blowing off there after hours. It tapped 28, but I need to see. I'd like it to see it hold its gains tomorrow, and then maybe trade it on Tuesday. Get like an actual extended daily look, because otherwise it would be more like a gap short type trade, and those tend to be crowded. But RSI here up above 90 in overbought conditions, but I need to see volume start to do the same. Something like this, where it gaps huge, you could get some blow off volume on Monday and sit back, but we'll see. Yeah, your Q&A video was good. Thank you. Yeah, I had fun chatting with the guys. They always add great value. So when I could make comments and chat with them, it's very engaging and educational. I think it's pretty fun. RGTI from Roland. I have no idea. I haven't talked to Roland in a hot minute. Gonna try to only trade the backside, says Luke. Yeah, if you can find edge on the backside, I mean, have at it. Get in where you fit in. Make some memories. If you're good at backside shorts, backside bounces, that's where I like to sit. So yeah, I'll probably be keeping an eye here on the... Let me switch over to DAS now that we kind of reviewed the charts. And we'll put this back over here. There we go. So I will be looking at the quantum names as a sector as a whole. QMCO, QBTS, QBT. Frey and TMQ, I'm still going to keep on watch just in case volume starts to come in. If they PR and volume starts to churn without price getting away from the breakout level, I could get in there, get back in there. But for now, I have no real interest in them. Master, I'm not going to completely write off the bounce short idea. After having its monster fade there on Thursday, bouncing back, it retested that 450 prior resistance that was support, that was the rollover level. 450 continues to act heavy and 380 confirms. You could see this retrace. And MSTU would likely be the vehicle I choose to trade that idea with. But for now, I'm going to let it do its thing and ideally chop around and get a better picture of its trend. SPAI. This one here. So we had the massive pullback, and then this one held red under the prior day's close, which was right around, it was chopping right around it, somewhere around here in the 430s, but it just didn't really have that pullback range, so there was no real reason to be in there. Trading the second leg down on the backside, not really. Usually looking for that first leg. Once you're getting into like the secondary leg on the backside, I find myself getting chopped up more times than not. Where when this thing goes from 300 to 550, that's a massive move. It should have a pullback. Now that it's pulled back and now that it's bounced, the range that I'm seeing now is 550 to 380. So as long as it's in there, this bounce, I feel like I have to be risking 550 because this could keep bouncing and still roll over in a few days. And it would still be a bigger picture lower high as it's rounding over. It doesn't have to fail tomorrow. So when I try to like short risking high a day or something to get tighter risk and actually like meaningful size, I find myself chopping up before the actual trade comes. And that's not even saying that it has to roll over. This could be a backside bounce that holds 380s and then continues higher. So I feel like it's too much of a predictive idea than reactive. Palantir starting to break out again. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of consolidation up there. Nice trend. You got a trend line holding right through here. Daily high 66. Right through there. I doubt that's a breakout I trade, but ideally it keeps going. What would you choose for swing trading charts? For swing trading, Charles Schwab or DAS Trader with a prop firm? I've never traded prop and I've never used Charles Schwab. I have a swing trading account that I kind of use for investing over at Interactive Brokers, and I just use their trader workstation. And then all of my day trading stuff I do through Centerpoint Securities on the Dash Trader platform. And I still do multi-day swings on this Dash Trader. Would the second leg not pull back more than the first leg? Well, if it pulls back, then it's pulling back lower than the first leg, but you're not going to get the same range intraday from a 550 to 380. If this breaks down, like if this goes 450, you're not going to get a 200 point move intraday down to 250. That's just not going to happen. So no. Are you nervous shorting any Chinese Hong Kong stocks? They not really. Like usually when I'm shorting them, they're stuff like EJH, was it DUO, UXIN. This one's still holding up. LX I traded, China name. What was the? I got smoked on Chasin. We had talked about that one on a video because this thing went to like $40, $50 after hours. So I'm not really nervous on them. I just think it's something notable when you're in them, just to be cautious. I've looked at a couple of large cap parabolic daily charts similar to Master and SMCI. They tend to chop around afterwards. Yes, exactly. And that list I went through a few days ago on the live stream last week. I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday evening. I went through the all day holds tweet, and he basically referenced a bunch of names: SMCI, IWM, SOXL, AAPL, NVIDIA, TSM, SMH, TSM again, Costco, Coin, AI, Marvel, a bunch of names that in the past have done that exact same move. SMCI right here. They're all marked by those vertical lines. NVIDIA right here before it pulled back and then chopped sideways. You had Coin over here. You had that pullback and it actually continued higher. You had AI over here, gap, pulled back, continued higher. So I don't think that secondary leg, no. I don't see much edge in it for me. JKS says Q from 2020. Yeah, if you waited for that blowout, that's nice. That's wild. You just know people are fighting this thing. CJYL is the ultimate example of why you don't want to short a Chinese stock. It halted up at 13, opened at 500 back in December of last year. Yes, I do remember that. I think this was the one that Bryce, what's his name? Bryce Foos? Bryce, he's the pharma guy. Bryce, what's his name? Bryce, is it Bryce Foos? He's from St. Louis. Can't remember his name. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, it is Bryce Foos, Pharma D Foos on Twitter. When he did his presentation at Traders for a Cause this year, I believe he was caught in this one, I think. If you pick the wrong one, you can blow an account, says NASCAR all out. Yes, absolutely. If your risk management isn't in check, if you're not good at cutting losses, you just fighting them, holding and hoping, you will blow up. when you're looking for a setup on the back side, are you looking for an ascending wedge on the front side? To do a major level rejection or resistance kind of idea? No, all of my I know like you've been here for a few weeks, but all of my ideas, like when I share my watch list, I'm explaining my daily chart setup. So like something like DXYZ, this is a backside move, especially on this day. Once it's had its pullback, close below its open with blow off volume, this gap down day going from 36 to 30, that's a high odds setup on the backside. And then once it fades off, you get that backside bounce. So once you get the parabolic, you get the backside pull. And then once it pulls back too far, you get the backside bounce. So that's the kind of daily that I like on the backside. What was your reaction during ZJYL live? Well, it happened, like it opened after hours, I believe. What day was it? I think it was, must have been this day. 12/18. Was it not that day? Might have been that one. Because yeah, that one opened after hours. It like halted here and then just gapped up like crazy after hours. But I wasn't really watching it real time. I just saw it and was like scared. It's such an eye-opening thing when you're like, that can happen, you know? Problem is, if you short at 13, you didn't even have a chance to get out. It opened at $487 after hours. Yeah, you that's one of the outliers that you can't manage risk on it. You can't get out, but I don't like those black and white rules of, oh my god, there is one outlier, don't short China stocks. I just don't think that's a reasonable solution. There's probably solutions like don't short low floats, don't short something that's trading, 1 million shares a day. There's probably other rules than just a blanket statement of China stocks are risky. Yes, they've shown more manipulation in recent years in the China names, but I don't love those blanket statements. And then especially people that make those blanket statements of don't short China stocks, then you get like an A+ name, like then don't short China stocks. Now you get days like BABA where they go 1, 2, 3, and then 4-day parabolic. You get these big gaps and fade days. Now you're not going to short them because that's your rule, but then you can't be mad about missing them when you get these big pullback days. So if that's your rule, I mean, great, but how the all-day trade stuff going? I don't know what that means. Maybe all-day holds that you're talking about? The guy on Twitter? Good, it helped, if you're talking about all-day holds, it helped prepare for that master trade, MSTR. No idea what the tick indicator is, so no opinion. But yeah, I think that's enough for this evening. I'm going to go grab some dinner and then come back and enter all of my trades and track them from the previous week. See how I did. But yeah, probably watching the Quantum Basket. And then RCAT will probably be my main watch. Hopefully the data is fixed by next week so this daily chart is accurate. And then watching the Quantum Basket in stuff like Qubit, QBTS, QMCO, etc. So thank you guys for stopping by. As always, get in where you fit in, make some memories, and I'll see you guys in the room. If you take advantage of that Black Friday deal, then I will see you over there. Peace.